Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Catherine and this is Leah Sees Movies. We are on to the next in the Marvel Disney Plus series machine. I don't know. Hawkeye started yesterday. Today's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Not when this video is going up, but I'll say it anyway. And this is supposed to be the introduction to Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. I was supposed to read Matt Fraction's run before this, but I didn't. So this will all be a fun surprise. I think a lot of people have said it's inspired by that. I have not made it a secret that Hawkeye was not my favorite Avenger and Jeremy Renner is not my favorite actor, but from the trailer, which I reviewed earlier, it does look like they are going to use his grumpy cat face for good and play to its strengths as far as kind of dealing with the new upstart youth who wants to take on the name. So I am actually more excited than I thought I would be to get this started. So I'm going to stop talking. Let's go. So she's what, 9, 10?
Okay, we have to sell the penthouse.
No!
Oh, she's a rich kid? I've immediately lost sympathy. But then again, she's into archery, so I should have figured.
I've got it under control.
All our parents are divorced. That's not an interesting backstory anymore.
Mommy said things don't just fall from the sky.
Well, yeah,
She has blue eyes.
there's always going to be weather. Some people forget the one thing they can control, the choices they make in the face of it.
I'm just waiting for them to cut the part where aliens invade and she sees an archery guy and she's like, that's it, baby. That's my life.
Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
When do the aliens invade? Come on. That's gotta be, it's coming, right? There we go. I saw that.
Deliver us.
Mommy, what's happening? Mommy? Daddy?
Does she live in the Sanctum Sanctorum? What the hell? That's wild.
Dad?
Why aren't they answering? Y'all can't already be dead. Unless, I mean, maybe, I guess if the office blew up. But I feel like she would have felt that. Okay, see, now we have a situation. Yo! This doesn't explain why they were answering her before, though. Because we just now saw, you know, clearly a hole busted through her home. But she was yelling mommy, daddy, and no one was saying anything. This looks like a video game, but I'll allow it for this one time. Oh, there you are.
Get out of here.
Where have you been? I heard a lot of mommy, mommy. I didn't hear any Kate, where are you? Kate, my only child. Are you dead? She's like, I'll take the sneaky approach for this one.
What if they come back?
They won't come back.
Most half-assed assurance, like, the aliens probably aren't coming back?
Because the heroes showed them what would happen.
I do love that going into phase 4, we get to see more of the, like, human element of the MCU.
Need to protect us.
Kate, that's my job.
Because Endgame, you know, flirted with it. Falcon and Winter Soldier gave us a little bit more, but it's like, yeah, all of the really cool fights and battles, like, have human toll.
I need a bow and arrow.
Fencing. See, rich kid hobbies. Or like kids who watch the Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap. Me. Martial arts. Gymnastics. All right, very well-rounded young athlete over here. That looks like the Olympics. I can't tell if it's supposed to be that specifically or just a, you know, a awards thing of some kind. There's all of the focus for this is on Kate Bishop, which is really cool, which I like. Also, I respect that they gave all the narrative of like, how can she do what she does? And they're like, we're just going to show you in the intro. Like, she's been taking fencing, martial arts, about, archery courses, gymnastics, everything. There we go. It's like Kingsman, where they were just like, yeah, Eggsy was like an Olympic level gymnast. Moving on.
We get caught, you're definitely gonna be kicked off the archery team.
Yeah, I know. But a bet's a bet, Greer.
But are you sure that arrow won't damage it?
No.
I mean, everyone loves the Liberty Bell for the little crack in it. It adds character. There we go.
Nice, Kate.
What are the terms of this bet? Because it seems very low reward, I'm not gonna lie.
Fine. Right? It gives it character. All the most famous balls have cracks in them.
I'm a writer for Hawkeye, guys. I did it. This is my coming out story. I'm employed by Disney. That's a lie. I don't get paid.
This is bad.
All right, what kind of garbage bell is this? She hit the rope. Isn't that supposed to be rung? I just want to say I am recording this afternoon on Thanksgiving, so Santa Claus has come officially, so this feels appropriate. I hate this. Do you think they can make a Steve musical because he's dead? Or like not physically present? I just hate this so much. Not Ant-Man getting a mention before he did. Oh yeah, this is a sad moment because his friend is dead. Whoops. Personally, I wouldn't just see the My Friends Are Dead musical if I was him, but...
Turn your hearing aid off.
Oh, are they actually, like, mentioning that? We're actually mentioning that the hearing issues, which is cool. I support that, but they didn't mention it in any other movie, or is it are we just supposed to assume he lost his hearing between Endgame and now? This feels like Disney actively oppressing theater kids. This is the opposite of encouraging people to return to Broadway. I support Ant-Man getting positive press, though. I like that people like him. Thanos was right. That's an uncomfortable pee, I would say.
Oh, a selfie would be really rad, dude.
Your genitalia is out. You do not ask for selfies. When any genitalia is exposed to the open air. That's just, I feel like we all need to accept that as a real thing. Except there's multiple famous people who have said people have approached them in the bathroom to do this, which is god awful.
Are you okay?
Oh, hang on.
I know everyone misses her, but she was your best friend.
And also, his 2 work colleagues also died. Just so weird. All of his kids got dusted. I'm trying to figure out how old these children are.
I wanted to talk to you about something. Okay. I'll see you soon, Mom.
Rogers the Musical seemed so fun in concept, and then I've seen it, and now it makes me very angry.
Hi, Mom.
Sticking with that
There
purple
you
theme.
are.
Ooh, I want that dress. I desire that dress immediately. I don't know where I'd wear it, but I want it.
Charity auction. Ugh. You know, right? Although
You remarried someone richer. Good girl.
thrilled that I'm about to replace an irreplaceable clock tower. It was a bell tower. The dean said it had a bell and a clock, and overachiever that you are, you managed to destroy both.
It shouldn't be that sensitive to being rung. That's a terrible bell.
I know that young people think they're invincible, and rich people think they're invincible, and you have always been both. So take it from someone who hasn't. You're not. You will get hurt.
Heyo.
So please, don't go out looking for it.
Good momming.
Sorry.
I repeat, what were the terms of this bet? Because it seems very low reward, just like the admiration of my peers? No.
What's with all the swords, Mom? Hun, there have been a few.
If I was rich, I would also have swords, so that's an easily answered question. Oh dear. Oh, there's so much happening with that.
All surprises
And the
are
mustache.
unexpected.
We'll see you at the party.
See you there, honey.
I mean, if she's honestly getting into a new relationship a decade later, I think we can allow that one. It's It's not like it's 6 months later and she's just like, it's fine, forget about your dad.
Wait. Mama calling. Mama's calling. Say hi.
So when he got home and he had a mohawk and tattoos, how did that conversation go? Are we gonna address that?
We left halfway through.
There you go. There you have it.
Oh no.
There was a
guys all
whole
good?
point in time where they were gonna be like, hey, is this a war crime? But you know, we got over it. Anyway, I'm a hero, so.
Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, Mom.
Seriously, like, he apparently was just so brutally violent that War Machine was like, I don't even know if I want to find this man again. We found him. We've moved on.
There's 1,000 things to do. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. But the most important thing is that we're gonna do it all together. I love you guys.
It's a long sleeve shirt to cover the
It's
tattoos.
gonna be the best Martin Christmas ever.
Yeah, dinner is on us. Thank you.
Oh, no, that's not necessary.
It's necessary. You saved our city.
Good thing it's not a Japanese restaurant. That could get awkward. Oh, that's not a red dress.
You're the little bishop girl.
What wedding?
You don't know. Ellen and Jack. Believe me, I've done everything in my power to talk him out of it.
Ooh. Why don't you want someone to marry my mom? I'd be equally offended by that.
Seems like you won the jackpot.
You think so? I'm not so sure.
I mean, you could have issues with your mom, but this dude's flat out insulting her to your face. And you're just like, okay.
Come and say hello to Miss Bishop.
Hey.
He's like, why am I talking to the help?
Need to have a chat with your prize of a mother.
Nah, this is disrespect. You can't take it like that old man really just came over and was like, oh, they're getting married to your garbage mother. And she's just like, oh my God, she's replacing dad. Like, you're focusing on the wrong thing here.
I'm sorry you found out this way. I don't know, Mom, this is...
You mean by my mother not telling me?
Is there a part of you that could be happy for me?
Why aren't there ever, like, kids who are normal about it? Like, you're an adult. Not that it won't always feel a way because your dad is dead, and I totally understand that, but you're also 22. Suck it up a little bit. Hey!
Hi.
I support all dog additions to any... Oh, he's so cute! Is she wearing contacts? 'Cause I was thinking that, because I was like, I thought the little girl had blue eyes, and I was like, Haley Steinfeld, I'm pretty sure has brown eyes. I hate colored contacts. 99% of the time they look ridiculous.
I've got powerful friends too. I don't want to.
She is wearing contacts. What if they were like, anyway, we're gonna bring back the hand? I mean, she has a blob haircut,
Is that guy
so.
threatening you? I have no idea.
And yes, my understanding is if you have a bob, you're part of the hand. It makes sense. Some kind of criminal organization, because bobs are generally associated with like Asian women who are good at martial arts, white women who are into subterfuge and crime. That's it. I mean, I realize rich people are like not that smart, but if I'm committing some weird downstairs crime, I'm not like, yeah, send the pay by the hour waitstaff in. Everyone's got a camera on them these days. I just wouldn't trust it. When I have millions of dollars in a weird wine cellar full of old people doing something, I don't know, malicious, I will be smart enough not to allow the waitstaff in.
This seat is taken.
Oh no, there is discord among the rich assholes.
I've reached my breaking point with your fiancé. Things are about to get very ugly.
Why don't we leave Eleanor alone, you old goat?
Oh,
Hi, excuse me. I thought I was supposed to be the only one working here.
Gary sent me to...
see, exactly. You have like one specific person who you trust not to sell all of this to the press. Because even in the most like non-suspicious interpretation, you're still rich assholes like bidding on dinosaur skulls, and us poors are gonna hate you for that.
Who told you to come down here?
Gary.
I'm Gary.
I'm Gary. Wait, hold on.
You can tell he's a bad guy because he has slicked back hair. That is like the main qualifier.
from the wreckage of the Avengers compound. Now, you may recall, the Ronin decimated the criminal underworld of this city.
And that dude's into swords.
And brought a brutal form of justice to his victims, and his identity continues to remain a mystery.
But also, it was recovered from the Avengers compound, like... Unless you're assuming the Avengers took down Ronin, which seems like that didn't happen the entire 5 years. I'll give you 3 guesses as to who that could be.
I'm buying that sword.
You don't have 300 grand.
My future wife does.
I'll inherit it one day, won't I?
See, I thought she was marrying up. She's marrying a brokey. That's embarrassing.
400, let's go to 4. 4, thank you so much.
It's only embarrassing for her because she's getting used for her money. Marrying brokies is great. If you are rich and want to marry me, please do that. I will not spend it on $300,000 swords. I promise. Just like reasonably priced swords.
Number 309, the companion piece, the Ronin suit.
Seriously, you found all of that in the Avengers compound and you were like, golly gee, I wonder who this could be. Yeah, that's, you know, convenient, easy to pack. I don't know who screamed that was, but it was funny as hell. That's how you scream when you're worth millions. Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, 90 seconds to find a watch where you don't know exactly where it is in an underground, like, wine cellar full of rich people who are probably all wearing watches. If it's an auction item, it would theoretically be in a box. You should know where the auction items are. Very terrible thieves.
Hello.
It's not baggy enough. Like, it is baggy, and I'm happy they, like, made the point of saying it would not fit her perfectly. I mean, I guess Jeremy Renner isn't tall, but... Wine bottles make very, very satisfying thunk noises. I feel like this scene is, like, moving very slowly. Like, I can see every single move they're making, which is kind of satisfying me as far as following the action, but it's, like, very slow. Multiple people armed with guns, she's throwing wine bottles, and it's like, bunk, bunk, thunk, Looney Tunes noise. Again, you have someone at gunpoint and you're like, Ronin? Is that you? Ronin is known for decimating the criminal underworld, so assuming that's not your buddy, I would just shoot him in the leg. If you're like, oh, I need to know who he is, shoot him in the leg. I'm not gonna, like, pull him up, make eye contact, stand there and have a ruminative moment. I do think it's too slow, but I really enjoy the thunk noises. They're so satisfying.
The watch. I found it.
It was in the garbage? No. That's stuff they stole. How dare you? Also, I always think it's funny when in movies there's always like one dog that has a very strong stance on crime.
High society gala rocked by an explosion of a masked assailant fleeing the scene. Authorities believe the assailant to be the Ronin, the mysterious figure that terrorized organized crime in New York and elsewhere.
That doesn't, I mean, I guess they won't admit they were robbed because of the, you know, probably illegal nature of that auction. Ninjas generally don't set explosives.
What's going on with Armand? Threatening my mom and buying black market swords? Do you think he's connected to the break-in somehow?
Maybe don't wear the black market ninja outfit.
You want some pizza? Okay. All right, I've got to figure out what's up with Armand.
Change your clothes. Also, if you think that if like Ronan is known to have specifically targeted the criminal underworld and a society gala is rocked by explosions and a sighting of Ronan, I'd be like, well, what y'all got going on? Like that would raise even more questions. Like, OMG, the Punisher destroyed my party. Like what? Okay. Second question, why was the Punisher there? What did you do? I don't feel like they're asking the right questions, or at least the ones I consider fairly obvious. Ooh, Moon's corpse. You should probably just walk out, but yeah, let's start touching shit.
Armand. Oh, God.
That Armand the 7th is gonna walk in. No, it's a maid. Change your clothes. She's killing me. Yeah, actual fighting to the death is different than a tournament, isn't it? Why are you trying? Do people just leave their doors open? That's not... It's a very different New York than the one I've been in. Can you just punch through a car window? Is that a thing people do? I don't work out, so I don't know if that's a thing, but it seems improbable.
Come on!
You're a Hawkeye.
And who the hell are you?
Okay. Yeah, Matt Fraction, consulting producer. See, I should have read it! I wanted to. I plan to. I've been busy. I have a job. Editing takes a long time, okay? I started reading My Hero instead. I made choices. All right, so that was episode 1 of Hawkeye. I feel like I need episode 2. Like, I'm halfway there. I enjoyed it as far as, like, Haley Steinfeld is a very charming actress. I think pretty immediately you gain an affection for Kate Bishop, but the action was a little wonky for me. It just, as much as I was laughing, yeah, I was laughing. I was, like, so enamored by the cartoon thunk noises, and I was not really enamored with the hand-to-hand fighting, which, for non-superpowered stories, the hand-to-hand is pretty crucial. Like, that needs to be solid. It needs to feel like something that I believe is actually really happening. And it makes sense because she's a newbie and it's totally different to be fighting someone while a judge and audience and all that stuff is watching versus like, oh, these people want to hurt or kill me. I need to fight to protect my life. That's a whole different style of fighting. I get that. And so her being inexperienced makes sense. But the pauses that all of the bad guys and thugs 1 through 7 were allowing her just to give her that extra time to get it together, that part was bothering me. I wanted it to feel like, oh, I'm getting punched in the stomach and face. I need to pull it together right the heck now. Because we saw at the end, obviously she's outmatched. The way Clint Barton fights is so different the way than she fights. Like, he took care of those 4 dudes literally in about 32 seconds. Good, all good. Yeah, I need it to not feel like when we're fighting against a strong guy, all of the bad guys are completely disposable, but when we're fighting against our new heroine, they very graciously allow her time to not know what the hell she's doing. I want it to feel like same energy across the board. So that's probably my main complaint. Other than that, like, as expected, it's a lot of setup. We're introducing a new character. I know of Kate Bishop. I know people like her a lot. I'm not very familiar with her in the comics. So for me, like, I was getting to know a new character just like anyone else. And, you know, I liked her. I think she's cool. I think it makes sense why she would love Hawkeye, why she would have an infatuation with archery specifically. I have so many questions about the structural integrity of that bell tower. It does not make sense that it got hit once, just bounced off harmlessly, but then the bell got rung and it completely fell apart. Someone needs to call the architect. Someone skimped on something. Their concrete was paper mache glue. I don't know. I have a lot of questions about that. I want to know if we're ever going to see her friends again, because it actually is a pet peeve of mine when someone goes on their hero's journey and then suddenly everyone they ever knew no longer becomes relevant. So I want it to be like, oh, she's a person with friends and a life that pre-exists. Because right now, it almost feels like she was so set up to be, this is a hero in training, that I don't want it to feel like, oh, she meets Clint Barton, now she's, you know, on the pathway to superhero-dom, and nothing about her life really matters except for Lucky the dog, who makes for good merch. I want it to feel like I'm a regular person, I just met my hero. Oh, a regular person, you know, plus added skills, who meets my hero, and maybe I start going down this new track in life, but I still need to feel like a person with connections. It's just really important to me for a character to feel three-dimensional, is for them to have 3 dimensions and other people and hobbies and life and passions and parental relationships and friends. All of that matters a lot. So going forward, I hope we don't abandon those threads completely. It's very repetitive, I'm sorry. I've had an adult beverage or 2. It's Thanksgiving, I'm allowed. I made a lot of cracks about Ronin in the MCU and how we've kind of just swept over that to move straight forward to Clint Barton, retired family guy with his wife and kids and blah, blah, blah. So I'm happy. It seems like we are actually going to reckon with the history of that, even if they're kind of squeaky cleaning it by being like, oh yes, he rocked the criminal underworld, but many people think that's a good thing, versus, you know, the way we were introduced to him, which was just like, he is violently murdering people because he's sad. So I want them to deal with the stakes of it. I think I mentioned it maybe when I reviewed the trailer, that like even the meanest, scariest gang member had someone who loves him. And I want that to be something that actually does come into play in this series. I don't want them to just be like, yeah, but you all love the Punisher, so like, don't be weird about it. Like, it's not the same thing. One person's in a Broadway musical, one person's the Punisher. Like, we need to have different standards for these characters, and I can like both and expect different things from them. So that's kind of one thing I hope they explore more. It does seem, you know, obviously we saw his reaction to someone wearing the Ronin suit. Maybe just because he was like, how the fuck did they get my suit? I lost that suit. But even if it was just like, how'd you find that suit? Or if he's like, don't do the thing I did, because that was actually a really bad choice. I'm in therapy about it. Shanice is great. Like, I don't know what it's going to be. But yeah, I just feel like I really need to watch episode 2. But I'm not going to watch episode 2 yet because I need to make myself food. So looking forward to that. I feel like the reason, half the reason you drop 2 episodes at once is because we are a streaming-based society. We love binging, and every time you drop 1 episode, people complain. But I also think that it definitely probably works best as a 2-parter, because it's like we got our introduction to the character, and now I need my introduction to like the plot and the dynamic between our 2 leads. So yeah, definitely makes sense as a 2-parter, but I will do part 2 to later. I like the mom, actually. I was a little iffy on the introduction to her, but then I kind of like seeing where she's grown. Is now 10 years a widow. She's clearly been doing some kind of company running, but it looks like she also might have been engaging in something suspicious. But it's also the bad guy who doesn't like her. So it could very easily be she's done a bunch of splendid things, and reasonably that makes the bad guys not like you. I'm not sure where we fall on that line yet. All right, well, that is the end of this one. I am very thankful to all of you for watching, and if you would like, please like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. I really enjoy it, and I'm happy and just very pleased when you do any of that. And if you don't want to do any of that, but you've watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you anyway. I still really appreciate you. You can follow me on the Bird app at Leah Sees Movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.